What is really happening to BTS? That question is now echoing not only among fans, but also across major media outlets worldwide. A deeply emotional moment caught on camera has gone viral. Jungkook lowering his head with tearful eyes, holding back his sobs, while Taehyung stands frozen, his face unable to hide the shock and devastation. In a closed-door internal event that unexpectedly leaked to the public, the gestures were too powerful to ignore, indicating that something monumental, perhaps even irreversible, is unfolding within this global music group. The public is in an uproar, not only because of the visibly emotional expressions of BTS members, but also due to a series of suspicious signs that have emerged over the past few weeks. Rumors are spreading, ranging from internal tensions, new directions by the agency, to a potential major shift in the group's structure and membership. South Korean media, along with international outlets such as Billboard and Rolling Stone, have also highlighted the situation, though no official statement has been released by HYBE labels. So, is there an internal conflict going on? Or is it true, as whispered by anonymous insiders in the South Korean entertainment industry, that BTS is being restructured under a new identity since the announcement of a group hiatus in 2022 to focus on solo projects and mandatory military service? Many believed that BTS was merely on a temporary break. However, from recent statements and the members' undeniable emotional expressions, there's growing concern that temporary might actually mean permanent. Not long ago, in an interview with Japanese media, Jeon stated, "Everything can change after returning from the military." That statement, once considered trivial, now feels relevant and carries a much deeper signal. Moreover, internal rumors suggest HYBE is undergoing a major restructuring of its main artists, with BTS no longer positioned as the agency's primary face after 2025. In a newly leaked investor presentation that went viral, BTS is only mentioned in the context of a legacy, not as a central entity in the company's future. That leads to the bigger question: has BTS, as we've known it, truly come to an end? Meanwhile, Jungkook, long known as the most vocal member about BTS unity, gave a brief interview on Japan's NHK radio last week. With a hoarse voice and tired eyes, he said, "I hope time can give us a direction that keeps us together. But if not, I want people to know we gave everything." That statement has sparked multiple interpretations, but the tone of farewell seems too strong to ignore. What's the root cause of this situation? Many analysts point to the pressure of the industry as a primary factor. BTS is the face of a K-pop generation that transcended culture and language barriers. But such monumental success also came with an immense burden, including conflicts between agency visions and the members' personal aspirations. There's also growing speculation about worsening relations between some members and management over the past few years. According to an industry source who wished to remain anonymous, tension has been brewing between several BTS members and HYBE executives since the Proof album project. Differences in vision regarding musical direction and the commercialization of BTS are cited as major sources of conflict. Some members, including Taehyung, reportedly wanted to pursue a more artistic and experimental musical path, while the agency pushed for a safer, business-friendly direction. Conflicts like these are not uncommon in the entertainment world, but the visible emotional toll on Jungkook and Taehyung suggests that this goes beyond a simple professional disagreement. This concerns deeply personal values and dreams built over more than a decade. Observers are now questioning, is HYBE preparing a transitional phase at the expense of BTS's original formation? Furthermore, an internal investor report suggests the agency will now focus on creating new units and developing AI-based idols, with resources previously allocated to BTS being gradually diverted elsewhere. There's also word of private meetings between Bang Si-hyuk and some BTS members individually, not as a group. This raises speculation that each member is being guided toward a more independent career path. While this has not been officially confirmed, Bang Si-hyuk's earlier statement that The BTS era has shifted, now seems especially pertinent. What's more, the interactions between members have visibly declined in public spaces. Where they once frequently interacted on social media or shared moments together, such instances have significantly dropped. Some fans even noted that over the past few months, interactions between Jungkook and Taehyung, once known for their closeness, have become nearly non-existent. But amid all the shock and concern, one thing remains certain for ARMYs. Their love for BTS doesn't depend on form, formation, or agency business plans. Yet that is also why their emotional response has been so profound. They feel deprived of clarity, even as the signals of separation continue to loom. The global fanbase has reacted in various ways. In the United States, fans launched a petition demanding transparency from HYBE regarding BTS's future. In South Korea, online community forums are filled with speculation, conspiracy theories, and calls for a boycott if BTS is truly being disbanded quietly. This is no longer just about a music group, but about a cultural icon embedded in the identity of a generation. And still, there is no official clarification. Jungkook remains silent. Taehyung hasn't spoken. HYBE has issued only one standard sentence. Nothing can be confirmed at this time. But it is precisely this silence that fuels even greater concern. Is this a distraction tactic or a sign that the bad news is real? In this high-pressure situation, fans await one thing: honesty. Will BTS return as a full group after military service? Will they remain musically united? Or is all of this the beginning of an end that's been quietly unfolding all along? No one knows for sure. But one thing is now undeniable. The BTS the world has known as a group of one heart, one voice, one dream, no longer looks the same. And when Jungkook holds back tears in public and Taehyung appears emotionally shaken, the world realizes something enormous and deeply troubling is happening behind the scenes. I ask this the end of BTS as we've known them, or just a phase they must go through before returning in a new form? The answer has yet to come, but the world now holds its breath, awaiting clarity from a group that has redefined global music and may now be changing forever. However, amid the flood of speculation and circulating rumors that have sparked global concern, it is important to affirm that up to this point, there has been no official confirmation stating that BTS has disbanded, experienced serious internal conflict, or that the group will not return in full formation. The widely circulated news on social media, including videos showing the emotional expressions of Jungkook and Taehyung, must be viewed in a more careful and proportional context. Often, short clips or images spread without full explanation can lead to misinterpretations far from the truth. Several independent media outlets have confirmed that the viral video clips were taken from a private internal event and are not directly related to BTS's disbandment. In fact, representatives from HYBE labels have provided limited but firm responses, stating that there is no official announcement related to a change in BTS's group status at this time. And all developing speculation is merely part of public interpretation, not based on complete facts. It should also be noted that the military service currently being carried out by the BTS members naturally causes a pause in group activities, but this is not something new. From the beginning, it was announced that the members would focus on individual activities and fulfill their military obligations. BTS and HYBE have consistently stated that the group will reunite once all members have completed their service. There has been no official statement from any member declaring that they are leaving the group, unwilling to continue their career together, or feeling uncomfortable with the current situation. The emotional reactions seen on Jungkook or Taehyung's faces, if they indeed happened, can stem from many things, including personal pressure, workload, or even responses to sensitive media questions. However, concluding that these are signs of BTS's disbandment without strong evidence is a premature act that could harm many parties, including fans, management, and the members themselves. In conclusion, the news stating that BTS is no more, or that Jungkook and Taehyung are under emotional pressure due to internal group conflict, cannot be factually justified so far. There is no solid evidence, no official statement, and no valid indication that BTS will disband or stop. The widespread speculation should be responded to carefully and critically so as not to worsen the situation or create panic among the ARMY community who have faithfully supported BTS for more than a decade. A closing note. The public and fans are advised to wait for credible information from official sources and not be too easily swayed by rumors stemming from video clips or social media posts lacking context. Until there is a direct statement from BTS or HYBE, the group remains officially active and is simply going through a scheduled transitional period. Therefore, the claim that BTS is no more currently has no solid foundation and should be regarded as an unproven issue.